Hello and welcome to Gamer Bullshit, a podcast where two young whippersnappers talk about gaming and other ridiculous nonsense you probably don't care about. I'm Austin, and joining me today is Jacob.
Huh?
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 For you returning listeners and new listeners, I just want to forewarn you guys, this is kind of a special episode for us because E3 has been
Because
going
Santa's
on.
coming to town.
No, E3 has been
Santa.
going on
Oh,
for the past 3 days, and we have a ton of stuff to talk about. I mean, there is a lot that they announced and what they said and blah, blah, blah. So you have to bear with us and forgive us if this episode's a little long. I apologize, but we will try to make it entertaining. So,
it's only fitting considering last podcast was shorter and we had nothing to talk about. This podcast we have plenty to talk about and it's going to be longer, so it kind of balances out.
yeah, very true. Yeah, I completely forgot
yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you would forget about that.
So first topic, we're not gonna go in order of E3. We're just gonna go with what our least favorite was to what we thought was the best. So, and then after the best, we're gonna do maybe some side stuff that we heard, but we don't know much information on because we kind of missed today. We were doing stuff today. So, anyway, PlayStation's conference, their press conference, I thought sucked. What about you, Jacob?
I don't know if sucked would be the right word. I would say it was more of a grand disappointment.
I mean, they had some good stuff, but the issue is like there were no release dates, and all I saw were release years. And in some games there weren't even release years. It was just like, oh, this is our game. Okay, like that's it. Like it's a game coming, guys.
When? Sometime. Okay.
It could be now. It could be back in the past because I have the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
No, you don't.
Well, no, but anyway.
But yeah, you could definitely tell that they knew they didn't have very much to offer, I guess you could say.
Is it me?
I mean,
did you get the vibe that when the CEO, I forget which one it was, one of the very first guy that came out, forget his name, didn't it almost seem like he had like an oh shit vibe going on?
Kinda. I felt like the energy was a little whack because it was funny. At first, they were showing people in the audience, but as the show went on, they showed less and less. And then whenever they did, everyone was just kind of like staring with a blank. Oh God, why am I here?
Everyone seemed so bored and like, really? Like, this is not a great conference. Like, I was on Twitter and some people were like, oh, PlayStation or Sony, you had a good conference and all, and I'm thinking in my head, but it wasn't that cool or exciting.
It's like, at least for us personally, I do know there are people that are like terrifically excited about the Final Fantasy VII remastered, and
Actually, it's not just it's a remaster, it's a remake, whatever. It's basically
yeah,
Final Fantasy VII, finally with the graphics that everyone wants to see it at.
right,
Instead of last year when they announced, oh yeah, we're gonna port Final Fantasy VII on the PC, the one with still crappy graphics, to the
yeah,
PS4. That was the ultimate troll.
a little bit. And there's a couple other things that that a lot of people are excited for, but for me personally, there was only like a couple things that I really was kind of intrigued with, and that's why I say it didn't suck. It was just really boring and it let me down.
Yeah, like they started out with The Last Guardian.
Yeah, which I thought
And
was like, okay, this is a good start,
that
But
game, I think, has been known of and heard of since like 2009, so it's been in the works for like 6 years.
yes,
And excuse me, sorry. With The Last Guardian, they actually showed gameplay, which I'm happy about because like I'm sure the people who've been waiting for that game for years are like, finally we get to see this
right.
in action and not just the trailer.
Hmm.
So I thought that was it was good, but and it looks interesting. It looks really cool. Like I like how to me what I saw from the gameplay, it looked like a 3D platformer with a giant ass monster dog with like bird legs and bird wings.
Yes.
But I want to know more. Like, what is the story to this game? What are we exploring? Are we trying to what are we trying to do in this game? Are we trying to figure out what happened to this world? You know what I mean?
Is there enemies? Like, what's the
Is there
overall goal?
combat or what? Like, I know it's supposed to be one of those more artwork like games. Like it's more message like, I guess you can say, and something like Shadow. It kind of gives me a Shadow of the Colossus vibe. Like
Right.
you know, with it's very silent and there's not a lot of backstory to it. It's kind of those things that you just get it or you don't.
Right.
That's what I got from it though.
Right.
So
I never played Shadow of Colossus, but I mean, it definitely feels like it's more like a 3D platformer with like some, stuff like that.
yeah, see, I've played Shadow of the Colossus on the PS3, the remastered version or whatever,
Yeah.
like the HD remake. And
Uh-huh.
I didn't beat it. I did play a little bit amount of it. Like I think I beat maybe 3 or 4 Colossi. But okay, even though I may have not gotten them, basically what it is you're this guy who like I don't know if it's your sister or just this girl. You bring a dead girl to this temple and you want to bring her back to life. And so this entity, I don't remember what it's called, will bring her back to life if you kill all 16 Colossi. So you
Huh.
basically go out on a quest to kill all the Colossi. So you go find all the Colossi and kill them. It's kind
Yeah.
of sad, honestly, but
Yeah, it sounds
um,
like.
and then that's all like I know. But that's basically the basis of it. There's more
Huh.
to it. I just don't know it all because, forgive me, listeners, I have not finished the game. But that was a good thing that they showed that. That is coming. It said 2016. We didn't get a release date, but they're saying 2016. I think. Isn't that what it was at
Right.
the end of that?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
So that's good. I think people are like, finally, yeah, it's about damn time. A game takes 7 years to make.
Right.
So
7 years, golly.
I will. On to the next thing though about their press conference. There was one game that I was actually really interested in, and I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about. Was Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, but Horizon in
Yes.
short. Basically, a game where you are a human with like primitive weapons, but you're taking out like dinosaur robots, like machines that look like dinosaurs. It was flipping
Yes.
awesome looking. They actually showed gameplay of it. It wasn't just a
Yes.
trailer, which I'm appreciative of. I love it when game developers are showing gameplay and not the CGI trailers. Because don't get me wrong, CGI trailers are cool and all, but I
It
want
gives
to see
off the wrong
gameplay.
impression. It gives
Yeah.
off the wrong impression of the game.
Yeah, so I want gameplay, and they show gameplay of it. And what blows my mind is that game doesn't come out until next year as well. But it looked really neat and cool, and I'm really interested in that game. Like that game is on my radar now. Like I can't
Yeah,
wait
I'm excited
to hear
for it.
more about it. It's Guerrilla Games is making it, which they made Killzone, and I think I heard it's supposed to be open world. So I'm like an open world game with giant robotic dinosaurs and maybe other creatures that are machines as well, and you get to like go around and kill them, and you
Uh-huh.
get to explore. That sounds cool. That sounds neat.
It does.
Like because I thought it was gonna be like humans versus wildlife when they first started it out, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
In the little like cutscene or trailer that they showed, and then that went into gameplay.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the machines look sweet, and with being a Guerrilla Games, I know I'm not a big graphics guy. I'm always a gameplay guy, but I will admit, for being a Guerrilla's game, it's probably going to have good graphics, because if you've ever looked at Killzone Shadowfall, it makes your jaw drop sometimes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks cool. It's always a concept that I've always really thought about. I never really like put too much thought into it, but it was always in my mind. Where it's like, well, what if, it's kind of almost like a Terminator vibe, almost in a way, where you got to defeat these like robot thing creatures, whatever, and your technology isn't near up to par with it, but it still somehow works. And the graphics look great. I like that the environment is destructible. At least that it looked like it was destructible. I don't know if that was something that was staged for that particular boss fight at the end or not, but it looks like it's going to be really good. I hope it's really good.
Are you sure the environment was destructible? I don't remember.
Yes, because I was actually at my cousin's after I was doing some job hunting today, and I showed him that trailer because he didn't. I had told him about it, and when the creature attacks her, the big one, like the rock, like this big rock gets like blown to smithereens.
Oh, okay. I don't remember seeing it, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, holy cow, I don't remember about that.
Interesting.
Very. I think it looks. I'm actually really excited. That's actually probably one of more anticipated games from a concept standpoint. And now that I've seen gameplay of it, it's third person. I love me some third person. It's probably my favorite mode, honestly.
Actually, if that was first person, I don't think that game would work. To be honest, like work as well as the video showed.
Oh yeah,
The third person really worked well with that concept.
yes it did.
Especially
Yes,
when, like, the girl, they made the girl character, which that's also, you're playing as a girl in this game, which I found, I liked. But I liked how she slid underneath the robotic dinosaur and, like, shot at it with a bow and arrow and then came back around it. Is that when she came back around it and switched to another weapon that would had, like, grappling hooks that she attached to the ground?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, like, it was so cool because she had this like weapon that shot these hooks that attached to the dinosaur, but they had ropes on them. And then she would shoot it, and the rope was still attached to the gun, so she actually had to point down at the ground to hook it down to the ground. I like that a lot. Like, it actually makes you have to do it. Like, that's really cool. So she did this about 3 or 4 times, and after like the 4th line, the like dinosaur robot just fell over, and then she just kept attacking it. I was like, that is so neat.
It is. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. I love little details like that.
I know, it just, that's probably, that game is really high on my radar. Like, I want more information about it, because that looked like, and with being Guerrilla Games, it's probably going to be only on PlayStation, PlayStation exclusive. Yes. So, that gets me really excited to own a PlayStation 4.
Yes. There's that word I heard, the exclusive.
Oh, exclusive. We'll get to that later, guys, but,
and then what was next on the radar? You made the notes. I didn't exactly make the notes.
Yeah, I got this whole piece of notebook paper with all the stuff that we're going to talk about. It's a lot. But No Man's Sky, this game was announced last year, and it basically was like this space traveling game where you explore the universe, and it's like procedurally generated, I think, and you can go to every single planet in this universe that you can see, and you can fly in space, you can do space battles, you can actually fly to the surface of a planet and then explore the planet and then fly off the planet. Like, the action they're showing of this is all seamless. Like, they actually, last year was just a trailer, so we, it was like, okay, whatever, but this year we actually got gameplay of it, and basically this guy flew through a space battle, went to a planet, went into the atmosphere of the planet, and then landed on the planet.
Yes, that was. I actually hadn't seen anything of that, and I thought it looked really cool. My biggest concern about that, though, is it's this huge game. I can't help but feel like some of the worlds are going to be almost kind of bland sometimes, and I mean, I know that's going to be. I know it's possible that that's going to happen like that because there's so much in it.
Yes,
but it's like if you're gonna make a game that big, why would you make it bland? Why don't you make every single world a completely different experience? Something about it that makes it unique. I know there's like so much there that it's ridiculous. Like you could pretty much go to, like at least I think you can go to pretty much any star that you see or whatever, because that's a solar system and there's gonna be a planet there of some sort. And it's like that's mind-boggling to me that an engine could support that, even if it is more simplistic and artistic, not so much like realistic. It still blows my mind, and I'm just concerned about how, because it looks cool, and I wish, like, we knew what the total concept of it was. I mean, we
have no idea what you're supposed. Like, all we know is that you can do space fights, and that you can explore, and then upload your findings of what you find on a planet to like a database system. So, like, Is it just going to be like No Man's Sky, the giant universe encyclopedia?
Yes.
Like, is that what it, like, you know what I mean? Like, is that all it's going to be? Like, I just have to explore and upload data to this giant data center that will tell me, oh, this planet has this species and this amount of oxygen, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, to me, like, okay, that is neat at first, but after a while it's going to get boring if there's nothing to do other than that. Like, see, the only reason why it works in Minecraft, and I know Minecraft isn't the perfect example to compare it to, but Minecraft's procedurally generated on PC, and it's hard to get to the end of it on PC. I don't know if anyone's gotten to the end of Minecraft on the PC, to be honest with you. But the nice thing about that, though, is even though it's almost endless, you can do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can build stuff. You can go to the Nether. You can go to the Ender Realm and defeat the Ender Dragon. I mean, there's plenty to do in Minecraft. other than just exploring. So in No Man's Sky, other than space fighting and exploring, what am I supposed to do?
Right. I don't know, man.
I know, and in Hello Games, the game developers, they don't I don't even know if they know. I seriously am beginning to think that it's just a space exploration game. I'm really beginning to assume that.
Yeah, me too, to be honest with you.
No offense.
But I mean, look, like the concept's cool, but don't know the purpose of it yet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's not. I don't got much for the PlayStation E3 here, other than I think it's hilarious that they announced a Kickstarter at a press conference for Shenmue 3, which I've never played any of the Shenmue games, but I think they were Sega games, and there was a Shenmue 1 and a Shenmue 2, and apparently, because I was on the gaming news websites today. It's already raised $2 million within a day, which is a new record on Kickstarter of having made the most money, made it to $1 million and made it to $2 million in the quickest amount of time.
Oh yeah, it hasn't even been a full day yet.
Yeah, and it's already reached $2 million last time I heard.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't surprise me because I got to thinking, and I was like, because I had asked you why Sony just doesn't fund them, and you go, well, probably because they don't have faith in it. And I was thinking, I was like, no, they probably have faith in it, but they probably know that these games have a hardcore fan base, and they're gonna give them the money because they want the game made, and it's pretty self-evident that it's wanting to be made.
Did that give you like a bad like? Did he give you a bad vibe though when they were basically like, oh hey, look at this Kickstarter, like please give, like I know that's what a Kickstarter is please give me money, but like. They did it at a press conference. Do you think that was the right place to do that?
Well, I mean, from a standpoint of people watching, yeah. But from a standpoint of a conference where it's supposed to be announcements of games that are actually in production or soon to be released or something along those lines or something like that, I don't think it was. I think like maybe like Gamescom or something like that, maybe a smaller one would have been more appropriate, maybe. But at E3, I don't think so. Like,
yeah,
but
I don't think that was the right place to. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I'm not saying it was a bad thing to do. I just don't think it was the right thing to do at that conference at E3.
Yeah.
It just to me when I saw that, I had a hard time swallowing it because I was just like, that doesn't feel right, like at all.
It really
felt
doesn't.
misplaced to me.
Yeah.
So
something was off about it. I don't know if it was the pace of it or the fact that,
or maybe it was because of that guy. I think his name's Adam Boyes, the awkward guy, the awkward blonde dude.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of him. Like he's like up there trying to be funny, but he's too awkward to be funny. Like
it's like, are they laughing? Are they liking us? We suck. What?
That's like how seriously. That's how he acted. I'm like, dude, like. You've been up on the stage before. Are you having stage fright? You're nervous, or like, what's your deal? Are you that awkward?
He must be that awkward, but I don't see how he could be that awkward and be married. Yes, he does have a ring finger.
Oh, maybe he just. No, that's me. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, did you? I missed this, but did you hear that the PS4 finally has a media player? Now it will support DLNA, like when like you have a video, like a movie up on your computer, you can now use your Wi-Fi. This is what the PS3 was able to do beforehand. Is it's on your computer and you want to stream it to your PS4 so you can watch it on television. You can do that now on your PS4 finally.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That feature, which should have been there in the first place, is finally there. And also, I think it supports MP4 files, I think. So I think you can finally listen to your... Or no, wait. That was the last update, wasn't it? I don't remember. I really don't keep up with it because I don't use a lot of those features. But, yeah. I mean, I feel like those features for the people who use those a lot should have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
That was a minor announcement. It's just like... I don't... Oh, yeah, and then they were like... The PlayStation View service or television service. Like, dude, PlayStation really switched roles with, like, Xbox this year. Like, when they first announced Xbox and all its apps and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they were, I mean, yeah, they showed plenty of games and all that, but they had focus on other stuff. And I was just like, I don't care about this. And you're just making proprietary apps like your PlayStation View and your PlayStation Music with Spotify and all that. Like, I don't want to pay for these services because not only are they silly, but my internet where I live cannot even do this type of stuff. So it doesn't apply to me.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, it's just. I think it was more like a filler type deal.
To be honest, if I had internet to use the PlayStation View service, I probably would try it out because I don't have television
Yeah.
myself on my TV. So I would probably try it out because you can subscribe to a channel and then you're only paying. If I remember, didn't he say you're only paying for that channel?
Maybe.
I don't hold me to that, people, but I think he was something about subscribing to a channel. Someone correct me, please. Whatever. But and then and what else is killing me about PlayStation is okay. Here's the word exclusive. So PlayStation, exclusive games. A lot of them are not coming out this year because they're all coming out next year supposedly, which sucks, but it's the truth. But so this year we get a bunch of exclusive DLC.
Oh,
That
DLC.
is such a seller, not?
I mean, the stuff that should have just been put in the game from the first place. I miss the days when you would buy a game and that was it. Everything that was in the game was part of the game.
The Traveler.
No, the Traveler. No, this started before the Traveler.
Fault. It's the Traveler's fault though.
No,
Because the Traveler was thought of, when DLC really started getting big. I'm just kidding.
No, the Traveler is just the biggest. What's the word?
Douchebag?
He's the big. Well, yes, but he's the biggest example of how to not do DLC beforehand because they pretty much released the incomplete game with Destiny, and then they released like, oh, we got these expansion packs. It's like, are you kidding me right now?
I know, and then that new one's coming out this September, The Taken King.
Yeah, and there's no story to it. I guarantee you. It's just gonna be, oh, we gotta go to this area. Let's open up a door. Oh, we gotta kill these same enemies over and over again. Okay, blah blah blah.
They did claim that they were hoping Destiny would have a 10-year lifespan.
Really? I mean, come on, seriously, people.
Hey, I'm just saying though, like, people keep buying it. People keep buying Destiny. People keep buying the expansion. So as long as it keeps making them money, they're gonna keep making stuff for it.
Let's move on before I get angry.
You know what Destiny is? It's basically a dumbed down MMO.
Yeah, dumbed down is right.
That's what it is. It's because that's how MMOs work. Like, although you pay usually a monthly subscription, but like you pay a monthly subscription to play this game, and then like it's got all this content and all that, but they'll add more expansions for more money.
Yeah, that makes me mad.
Yes, Destiny doesn't have a monthly fee. It's a one-time purchase. But to get these expansions, which I think are beginning to get really expensive and ridiculous, it's like, oh my gosh, this... I know gaming was an expensive habit. I know it is, but dear goodness, like, I don't know if I want to put that much time into one single game.
Well, with DLC that I have to pay for, I mean...
So, I don't know. But that's all, I mean... PlayStation, like I said, I wasn't really impressed at all with PlayStation's press conference. I was really bored.
Yeah, I was let down by it.
Like, you and I were sitting together watching E3 together, and we're just sitting there like, are we done yet? Or like, is anything good gonna happen? And then whenever they did show an exclusive game that's supposed to come out next year, we're like, oh look, an exclusive next year.
Exactly.
Like, when they closed out with Uncharted 4 gameplay, not only did I find it hilarious that it actually messed up. They had to restart the demo or whatever.
They didn't pair up the controller, so they had to restart it.
Yeah, something happened. I found that hilarious. But then when they were playing it, I'm just thinking in my head, Uncharted 4 doesn't come out until 2016. Like, it just...
Early 2016, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think they're saying anytime between April and before. So,
yep.
For all you Uncharted fans... I pray that, you don't have to wait till April, but if that's the date, sorry. But, hopefully you get it. Get it when it's done. Of course, get it when it's done. But hopefully it's done sooner and done right than sent out broken.
Yeah. I hope it's not. Yeah, but Sony, you kind of disappointed me. I know you didn't have very many exclusives, but you could have at least gave us something a little bit more. But
I
can't
think
win them
this
every
year
year.
they're gonna. This year, I think they're. I know they're ahead in the console selling, like how many consoles sold.
Yeah,
Uh, they're ahead in that department.
yeah.
They're ahead of Xbox in the sales department. But I think they're literally going to depend on third party developers and indie games this year,
Yep.
which sounds like the last few years of Xbox 360.
Yeah. Totally.
So, but let's move on from Sony and PlayStation. Let's go to Microsoft and Xbox, their E3 press conference.
Wait, they had
And
a press conference?
yeah, it was the first one we watched, remember?
I thought that was, wow, my whole life was a lie.
It is a lie. This isn't real life.
Hmm. Anyway, continue.
Um, I'm just gonna throw I think is one of the biggest announcements, even though it may not be a majorly used feature, it may be underused, but it just makes it possible for the people who haven't bought a next gen console yet. It gives them more incentive to buy one now. Is the backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 games?
That was a pretty big announcement. I
I
won't lie.
mean, yes, it doesn't come out until this holiday season, and they're going to supposedly have like 100 games compatible when it launches, and they're going to add more as time goes on.
Yeah.
But that is a huge announcement because now for all the people who were holding on to their 360s and didn't want to upgrade to Xbox One, or they were holding on to their 360s just so they could play the 360 games, now they can finally put that 360 in the closet or sell it and still play 360 games on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like
eh,
that's it. I think that is going to help Xbox so much because I mean, sometimes I want to like. I just recently bought Castle Crashers on Steam for $1.49. I
yeah.
owned it on 360, but I don't have a 360, so I have no means to play it.
Yeah.
So like there are those times where you want to go back and play games for nostalgia, no matter how crappy they actually are or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I think that will help out a lot because that is a huge. I want Sony to do backwards compatibility. To be honest with you, just because I'd like to put PS3 games in it that I never played because I didn't own the PS3.
They're the only company that isn't doing backwards compatibility because Wii U did it before it was cool.
Well, you know why they're not doing it? It's because they have the PlayStation Now service, which is a game streaming service for PS3 games. So they don't
That's
want
such
to
a
do
fail
backwards
though.
compatibility because why do it when it would hurt their PlayStation Now service?
PlayStation, I guarantee there's probably not that many people that use
I'm sorry,
PlayStation now.
PlayStation Now is not a good. I'm sorry, I don't think it's a great idea because there's not everyone in America with fast internet that can support streaming games.
Yep.
I'm
Or
sorry,
they're not. I mean,
not everyone lives in the middle of downtown Chicago and has the fiber internet or whatever. Like
yeah, they kind of ridiculous.
I mean, I would love to have fiber optic internet. It would be flipping amazing, 1 gigabyte download speeds or whatever. But dear goodness.
Yeah,
I live out in the boonies. Guess what? I'm still on DSL.
yeah. Your
I
voice
use
just to your voice just totally cackled. Like I don't know if it was my connection or your connection, but
it's DSL. Okay, I'm like just a little bit above dial up. I can't even get broadband where I live.
he really
I'm
can't. He only
using a
lives a.
phone line, guys.
He, re- it's really bad. He's only 4 minutes away from me, but I can get Time Warner here. He can't even get Time Warner down here.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a hated part of the county. I guess.
Yes, yes, you are.
I'm neglected.
You're very neglected.
I'm so neglected.
You are a lost child,
But I need
but you won't find it.
love.
God.
But yeah, I mean, backwards compatibility, that is exciting because now, since everyone's waiting for a Red Dead Redemption 2, or just Red Dead 2, whatever they're going to call it, they can play Red Dead Redemption on their their Xbox Ones. Hopefully this fall. I'm hoping it'll be one of the titles supported this not fall, but this holiday season. I really am, because then it's like, oh, I'm waiting for Red Dead. Oh, I'm just gonna play the Red Dead Redemption. Throw it in there. Yeah.
Oh, love that game. Let's not get started on that game again.
I know, but it's a good example.
I
But
know,
I think,
it really is.
I think they're some of the supported titles. I think are going to be first party. So I think they're going to do like, of course, like the older Halos, like Reach and stuff. I think.
Uh-huh.
But what is cool is I actually watched a video of how it works, and basically it's software, but it's software emulating an Xbox 360, which is cool because the guy was playing Borderlands 1 for the 360, not the. Oh, actually, Borderlands 1 isn't even in the Handsome Collection. So, yeah, Borderlands 1 for the Xbox 360. He was playing on an Xbox One. And what was neat about it was, is it had the Xbox 360 dashboard within it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, like, when you pressed your Xbox button, it brought up the little 360 dashboard. And it was, like, the exact same, like, your friends, messages, party chat, and yada, yada, yada.
That's cool.
And then you could, how like the Xbox One has like the snap features, so like when you press the home button on the Xbox and it pans out from the game and then goes to the dashboard, but it has like your game like frozen and you can see it.
Yeah.
I saw Borderlands 1 with the 360 dashboard snapped on there.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you can take, like they said, you can take screenshots with it, and can you record the gameplay?
I believe.
I mean, if you can take pictures, why wouldn't you be able to record it, right?
Right. I don't know, to be honest with you.
So that is, I'm sorry, but I think that was probably one of the biggest announcements of E3 this year.
It really was.
On to the biggest one. Here's the word, Jacob. What do you think the word is?
Wait, don't tell me. It's Destiny 2.
No, it's X-Lax. No, it's exclusives.
Oh, exclusive. Oh.
Exclusive, I swear. Xbox was shoving the word exclusive down everyone's throats because I think they were shoving it in Sony's face this year that they have a ton of exclusive games coming out this year.
Yep.
Like, I swear, we heard exclusive how many times? Like, we either saw it, heard it, or just it was, like, hinted at. Like, how many times throughout that conference?
More than my limbs will allow me to count.
Yeah. I mean, and not only are we getting the normal exclusives like Halo and Gears, which I'm excited for the Gears remaster because even though it's Gears 1, I think that's it'll be... I'm sorry, Xbox needs Gears. It just does. It's one of the necessary franchises that console needs.
Yep.
And then they announced Gears 4, which they actually showed gameplay of it. Short gameplay, not much of it, but it looked good. It looked interesting. So I'm curious to know what they're going to do with Gears 4. But the weird thing is, they didn't show Marcus Phoenix. These were completely new characters. So I'm wondering where the old characters are, you know?
Maybe those characters. Maybe you get to play as those guys and the old crew.
Dude, I was just waiting for like Marcus Phoenix to show up in that video and saying what you said, rookies.
Rookies.
I was waiting for him, but he never showed up. I was completely waiting for it.
He was targeted at the party.
But yeah, and not only do they have those exclusives though, but they have new exclusive games. Like there's a new exclusive game coming from the developers of Metroid Prime, or one of the guys from the development
It's the
team?
the creators. It said creators.
Yeah, that game looked interesting. It was it was just a trailer, but that's exclusive to Xbox One. Cuphead, which is a neat little indie game that looks like a 1930s animated cartoon.
That looks
is
amazing.
Exclusive to Xbox One. That game looks awesome. Like,
yes.
I think the story with like Satan and you must do my bidding is hilarious.
Yes, that looks awesome. I've wanted a game like that, but I didn't know if it was possible.
It looked like a 2D platforming game, didn't it?
It's what
That's
it is.
What it was. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what it was.
Only it's made to look like a classic cartoon, which is, I think, an awesome art style.
Oh yeah, like it was. Oh my gosh, like if you didn't know it was a game, you would think it was a cartoon. It looked that good.
Yeah, and it didn't look like there was no HUD at all. That could just be like for the trailer, but it didn't look like there was a HUD at all for like health or anything. So
but it was sweet.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm happy that Xbox is getting their exclusive games, some of them, this year. Like, that's the
Yeah.
big thing. This year.
Was like it's like the Gears remaster comes out in like early to mid
August.
August.
It comes out in August. I was not, and it's only going to be $40. I was
pretty
not
cool.
expecting either of those. I was not expecting that it was going to come out in August, and I was not expecting a $40 price tag.
I kind of figured it'd be like a $40 price tag because I mean that game's almost 10 years old. It came out in '06, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it's almost 10 years old. I mean Final Fantasy VII will probably be like 50 or $60, I'd say, just because they can. But I don't think a game that's been out for longer than like 3 years should be full price. It should be like 40 or lower, even if it is remastered.
Yeah, like, okay, I know it was a lot of work in that they added a lot of stuff, but I'm still kind of mad that I had to pay $60 for Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition, Grand Theft Auto 5, and The Last of Us Remastered. Like, yeah, they're not that old, but, like, they were out on last gen. They came out on last gen. Do you really have to charge 60 again?
We never played games from the get-go anyway on whatever consoles they came out originally for. So
I
I mean,
know I didn't, because I didn't have a console at that time. But still, like, I felt like it ripped off people. I really did.
it kind of did in a way, but it really, honestly, those games were worth the money.
It's just funny because I think the only one that I ever paid full price for was no. Did I pay full price for Grand Theft Auto 5?
I thought it was like 50, or was it 60?
No, it was 60.
Eh.
Yeah. Or was it The Last of Us Remastered was 50 and not 60?
Last of Us Remastered was 50.
It was 50?
Yep.
Oh, okay. But still, they only saved you $10.
Hey, it's better than nothing. It's not like the game was like. It's not like the game was like 5 years old. It was literally like a year old.
Yeah. And we got that God of War 3 remastered for $40 coming out this summer. What?
Oh yeah.
I think they're doing that not only because there are no first-party games coming out this year, but I think they're also doing it because I think they're trying to test and see if there's any more interest or still interest in the God of War series.
Oh, there's interest. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, there probably is, but you know that what that is. It's probably just to fill the first-party hole up and to see if there's still interest.
Yeah, I might rent it or something just to experience it in HD.
I've never played the God of War game, so I know every time I say that, everyone's like, oh, "You're missing out," and I'm like, "Whatever, I don't care."
I mean, they're fun games. I mean, they're fun
I'm
games.
sure they are, but I never got into the whole Kratos and all that. Like, just I didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't appeal to me, so I just stayed away from it.
I can understand that. It's just a lot of good bloody fun.
And the two other things that Xbox announced, one was of course the 1 terabyte hard drive for the Xbox One. That was a good move because now they have a lot more space for games. People who don't want to buy an external hard drive or whatever, and because it's only $400, it's $50 more than the model that's out right now. And the 500 gigs are going to stay at $349.99. And the other thing, the Elite Xbox One controller, which, Jacob, I don't know if you read the article yet or not. I didn't read the article. I saw the headline of it. That thing's going to cost $150.
I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
But the Xbox One Elite controller is basically a customizable Xbox One controller that you can remap the buttons. You can get the little, like, pads or bumper things on the back end of it. Not the triggers, but, like, when you're holding the controller, like where your middle finger and the ring finger are, like there's like little pad buttons that you can put on it. You can switch the analog sticks out, the buttons, and I guess make them longer or shorter. And the D-pad looked really weird. It was like a circle. Like it looked more maneuverable, I guess, and operable than the D-pad that's on the Xbox One controller right now.
Right.
And it looked like it had rubber grips on it, didn't it?
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah, like some sort of grip on the actual hand grips of the controller.
Yes.
And then of course everyone knows that with the 1 terabyte Xbox One and the Elite controller. It's going to be the new Xbox One controller that has like the 3.5mm headphone jack.
Uh-huh.
So that's the Xbox One controllers right now do not have that. So
No.
this new controller is going to have that. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like, and when back to Xbox and the backwards compatibility, when they said that, I'm sorry, but that was such a sucker punch in the face of PlayStation and Sony. They sucker punched PlayStation and Sony when they did that.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is going to be true backwards compatibility on a console and not a game streaming service on the console that has the
Yep.
games.
Sony will be forced to do it, guarantee it.
Dude, no offense, I really hope they're forced to do it. I really do, because I'm telling you, like I said, I didn't own. Okay, I said I didn't own a PS3 earlier in this podcast because I didn't own it through the years that the entire time it was out. But my parents bought one a little in like the last years of it that when before the PS4, like the last 2 years or something like that. And I never used it because, one, I had a 360, and then, two, eventually I got bored with console gaming, and I sold my 360. But I didn't use it a lot because I actually didn't like the PS3.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I played some games on it, and I enjoyed like Little Big Planet and Journey, but I didn't really play it a lot. So
Yeah.
that's why I said I didn't own a PS3 because I never got the experience.
Yeah.
But there are like PS3 games that I would like to go back and play and try out because I thought they looked interesting.
Yes. Totally.
So, like, I actually never played. I played Little Big Planet 1, and I really enjoyed it. But I never got to play 2.
Yes.
And I never got to play the first Infamous games. I played Infamous Second Son on PS4, and I really liked it. So I never got to play Infamous 1 and 2 on PS3.
Yeah.
You know,
They're,
like,
they're fun. They're fun.
yeah. So it's like, I don't want to use PlayStation now because I can't use it. I don't have the ability to.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to go buy the games, which are stupid cheap now,
Yeah.
and
Like
play them.
like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Which, you know what the sad thing is? Those are getting remasters, and they're coming out this year.
Oh God.
Yes. Beyond Two Souls, and I think I heard Heavy Rain are getting remasters for PS4 and are coming out this year.
Well, I'll be getting those. As sad as that is.
The sad thing is, I don't know if it was the remaster or not, but I was on my PlayStation the other day, and someone was live streaming Beyond Two Souls.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, and I couldn't tell if it was the old one or the remaster. I'm like, I didn't think this came out until later. So I
Right.
don't know which one it was, but they weren't recording a television set with a PS3. Like it was like live streaming from a PS4 because it was just the game. It wasn't the guy's PlayStation Eye camera looking at a television.
Unless it was a stream from now.
You know, can you live stream with PlayStation now?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I have no idea. Does anyone have an idea? Please,
Huh?
please
Leave
tell
a co-
us.
Yeah, tell us. Leave
Please.
a comment. That'd be cool. Like seriously, someone leave a comment. It's depressing.
Like, I don't know, because I'm not familiar with PlayStation Now at all. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
can live stream the games that you're renting / yeah, because you rent on PlayStation Now. Renting, I don't know if you're allowed to live stream them or not, or if it's even possible, because you're basically streaming a game to your console, but then if you're live streaming, you're live, you know what I mean? That's a lot of data usage right there.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a lot of traffic.
You must have some fiber optics.
You must have Google Fiber.
Google fiber. You need fiber. Fiber for your internet.
You'll need more fiber in your diet.
This is your body without fiber.
Have you ever? Okay, you know what Fiber One bars are, right?
Yeah.
You know Fiber One makes cookies,
Yeah.
and every time I see them, and I'm with like my mom or Shelby, I'm like, "Hey, you want some cookies that make you poop?"
What?
Because fiber helps with your digestion, and you know sometimes if you eat too much fiber, it can either give you gas or make you poop.
Yeah.
You want cookies that make you poop? Fiber One cookies. There you go.
No, thank you.
Just eat an entire box. I bet you'll feel it.
I bet you'll feel it.
Oh, come on, I dare you. Go ahead. You'll be fine. They're just give them to like a little kid. They're just cookies. Why do they taste kind of weird? Oh, they're a new batch I tried. That's it. Go ahead, eat the entire box.
There's worms in there. What?
Yes, I gave you a parasite.
It's like, did you just say worms? No, I said chocolate chip.
Yeah, chocolate. It's got plenty of chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, they're not so much chunky. They're more
Chewy.
spaghetti type.
More like chewy and slimy. But that's okay. Like I said, it's a new batch, a new recipe I'm trying. Don't worry.
It's like they
It's
were
all
cooked.
good.
They were cooked.
Speaking of chocolate chip cookies, they kind of sound good right now, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Or some chocolate chip cookie dough.
that's weird.
Okay.
You just to my ear.
Cookies.
Whoops.
Do you like my
No, I do not. No.
Oh. So that's all I got for PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo and Square Enix was on today. I didn't watch either of their press conferences, but
I did not either.
I think I heard that the new Star Fox for the Wii U is coming out this holiday season, and we're getting a new Fire Emblem for 3DS. Hyrule Warriors is getting a 3DS version.
Huh.
There's going to be a new Metroid game for the 3DS, and Square Enix, of course, brought up their Hitman. They're making a Tomb Raider mobile game, and Just Cause 3, or Just Cause, I don't know how they pronounce it, Just Cause or Just Cause, because you can pronounce it either way. 3 comes out December 1st this year.
Huh.
What else did they say? I don't even remember.
I don't either. I was home. So
It's Squeenix. It's Square Enix, guys. But yeah, that's all I can think of E3. Like
yeah, I mean,
I think I was so disappointed. Like I said, I was so disappointed with PlayStation this year and Sony. I saw a few cool things I was interested in, like Horizon and No Man's Sky, just because I finally am glad to see gameplay of No Man's Sky, and Xbox I was impressed with because of the exclusive games coming out this year and the push for games and the new exclusives that they're getting. I was actually impressed by that and the backwards compatibility. Like when when they first said that, I literally just stopped. I stopped and had to reevaluate. Like, did they say that? Did I hear that correctly? Like, what?
Yeah. He started hitting my shoulder. People. He was like, Jacob. I'm like, stop hitting me.
I felt like a child. Like, I was just like, what?
Why?
Why?
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts trailer was released today.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, which still does not have a release date. They're now in development for Xbox One and PS4.
It's like you told us that 2 years ago.
I'm telling you guys, it's not going to come out until 2020.
I don't know about that.
It's 20. Okay, well, you said maybe 2016, but I said that you jinxed it, and now it's going to be 2026.
I think possibly, since they showed a trailer, that it's going to be like a holiday of 2016, or maybe in the early part of 2017, and then maybe at the latest, the holiday season for 2017. But I do believe it'll be here within a year to a year and a half.
No, 2026, guys. He jinxed it.
Oh my gosh!
It's
I'm going to.
2026. It's gonna be a whole nother Last Guardian fiasco. Maybe it'll be 7 years.
Well, people have already
Wait,
waited.
that
What,
would be
like
2020? Yeah, then it's confirmed 2020.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm just joking.
No, you're not.
Well, I don't care about Kingdom Hearts, so.
Well, I mean,
I'm a
I don't care
monster.
about it. I don't care about it, but at the same time, I'm very interested by it.
I was never a big Disney fan, so.
I love Disney.
And then when I found out that Disney and an anime style game or Final Fantasy like that style, it's that's weird to me. That's really
Yeah.
weird. I was honestly amazed and dumbfounded when I learned that Disney allowed it to happen. I didn't think Disney would be cool with that.
It's smart. It really is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. More money.
exactly. There you go.
Oh, and I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. Two things. One, the sequel slash prequel or whatever for Mirror's Edge. It's called Mirror's Edge 2. It's called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It finally got a release date. It's February something. I think February 23rd of 2016. The beginning of next year, we finally get the next Mirror's Edge. And I'm one of those people that really enjoyed Mirror's Edge 1. I thought that game was awesome. And I was so disappointed when we never got a sequel on last gen. So I'm really excited about this one.
I've been different about it.
Did you ever play the first one?
I played a little bit of it. It was cool. I mean,
It was the coolest thing, first person parkour. It was so different at the time. It was neat.
what?
I actually liked the speed of Mirror's Edge more than I liked the parkour of Dying Light. I like the parkour in Dying Light more because I feel like it's more in depth and better. But I like the speed of Mirror's Edge compared to Dying Light.
Yeah, one thing I do think is cool about Mirror's Edge is you can go the whole game without ever shooting a weapon.
Yes, that was really cool.
Oh,
And
and
then-
Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot the Bethesda press conference. Oh, such a good press conference. It was highly focused. It was good. They showed everything that everybody wanted to see, and they pretty much announced everything that everybody wanted to hear.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
So, Dishonored 2 is coming. We got a CGI trailer, unfortunately, no gameplay, but it is coming.
and he never played the first Dishonored. I did. It was one of my favorite games of last gen. It's probably like a game that I feel like gets put under the radar sometimes. And what was cool about it to me was in the CGI trailer, it's Emily from the very first one, the little kid that you save from being killed and all that sort of stuff. And I think it looks like it's very interesting. I think because the guy that you play as Corvo. It's hinted at that he's like a surrogate father, but really, I think he really was her father. It just wasn't public, that he kind of was with the queen or the empress or whatever. It's been a little while since I played it, but I mean, it's pretty much heavily hinted at that they had a relationship of some kind. And then he gets framed for her death and stuff like that. But I think it's cool that they're showing her that she's kind of almost on the same path that he was. And I don't know. I'm really excited about that game. And then you've got Fallout 4 with the modding and everything.
Oh, and
And
don't forget, they also announced that Dishonored Definitive Edition, a remaster of the first one with all this DLC, comes out this fall, I think.
I'm really excited about that. I will be getting that. I love that game. And then you got Fallout 4 where they showed actual gameplay, which looks amazing. They showed the fact that the facial recognition, the facial customization, I mean, looks fantastic. It actually makes me more excited because that's one of my biggest complaints about these type of games is that I feel like the facial construction of your character is crap for almost anything. That's just my personal opinion, though. It looks great, and I like that your character actually talks. I like that a lot.
When they announced Fallout 4, I was super stoked because of the trailer. And then when they actually showed gameplay at that press conference, I was dying of joy. I could not believe they actually showed gameplay, and they were showing a good amount of it, a good chunk, and what you could do, and the crafting system, the weapon crafting system is so neat. You can basically do whatever you want with your weapons now. I really like that you could customize your power armor, and they basically put a game within the game with this. You can now build your own house / base, and you can set up defenses and get vendors a bar or whatever in your little town thing, and
Yes.
you're gonna have to defend your how your base or your little village or whatever, I guess. From raiders because it can get raided. It works. I know it's nothing new. It's not a new thing in gaming, but it just works so well in Fallout that when I saw that, I was like, this is amazing!
Yes.
My excitement for Fallout 4 is out the roof. And when they said that it was coming out this year, November 10th, 2015, I literally, I was at Greg's watching this and I went, yes! I was trying to hold in all the excitement because it was so late. But I was just oh my gosh, I am so happy it comes out this year because Fallout is one of my favorite. Fallout 3 has been one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm so excited that we're finally getting Fallout 4 because I wanted another Fallout game made by Bethesda, and we're getting it. And the gameplay looks better now. It looks more solid. It seems to be less clunky. I like you said, I like the new customization of the face. I think that's much better. I think it's cool that your character talks. It doesn't really bother me. I didn't really care about being silent in the past games. But the graphics look beautiful. The gameplay looks sweet. And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can fly in a fucking helicopter now, a vertibird. And
We've
you
done
can
that
shoot
before.
the minigun.
We've flown in helicopters before. What's
No.
new there?
No, he threw down a flare and a helicopter came and picked him up. That's never been in Fallout before.
But it's been in other games.
But not Fallout.
So it's been in other games. It's something
I
we've seen
don't
before.
care. It's Fallout.
I feel like that's
And
a
I also
cop-out
forgot
answer.
to mention. I also forgot to mention that not only did you get to fly in a helicopter, but what was the other thing I was going to say? Damn it, I just lost it. I got too excited.
What, the mods?
Well, yes, that's really cool. That Bethesda's going to allow mods that are on PC to be able to download onto Xbox One, and I also heard that they want to bring it to PS4,
Yep, Xbox is going to get first, but PlayStation will be getting it as well.
which is super neat because, like, first off, I want to know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I'm curious
How
about
is that
that.
going to work at all? Because, like, I know the new consoles are basically computers, but, like, certain things they can handle and certain things they can't handle. And some mods, like, I don't want to download a mod that's going to break my console, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that idiot, but, like, there's going to be people out there that may do that, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So, like, is there going to be any type of restriction on the mods for the consoles?
There might be. I don't know.
But that was a smart move, like, whew, cannot believe that. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. What else I'm excited about this game is, this is the first Fallout game that truly lets us play in the past.
Yeah.
We have never been able to play in the pre-war time before the bombs fell. And this game is going to allow us to do that. And I find that so interesting because we've never been able to do it. We get to see what the world looked like before it went to shit.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
That is super awesome. So it just everything with Fallout 4 just hit me so well. Everything I liked. I liked everything I saw about it. And I can't wait for that game. And I just flipped, dude. I just flipped.
He really did. I had to turn back over. It was like cow tipping.
I thought it was going to come out next year, especially when they were showing the release date. It said 111 for Vault 111, and it started like spanning out. And I thought it was going to say like January 1st of 2016, but nope, they said 11/10/2015, and I was like, I'm done. My life is over. My social life is going to be over in November.
And then Doom looks really cool. It just looks like a bloody good time.
Doom 4 looks great graphically. I don't know why I don't see more games running id Software's engines because holy crap.
Yeah, they know how to make a game look good.
I know. I really liked how Rage looked on
Yes.
last gen. Doom 4 looks like a bloody good time, like you said. It's super gory. It's a fast-paced. It's a first-person shooter. The movement in the character... at first I was complaining because the character looked like he was floating around on the ground and never actually, like, no head bobbing or movement. But at the same time, like, I realized why they did that because that's how the original Dooms played.
Yep.
Like, you just slid across the floor, kinda. And they said when they were talking about Doom 4 that they looked back towards the old Dooms for inspiration.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're trying to do is to get that fast pacedness back. They're looking at those, and I think that's not a bad move. And
It's not.
also, I think they're also trying to focus on the multiplayer better this time too, especially with it's not new either, but now you're finally going to be able to like make your own maps and customize game types in Doom 4. I forget what they called it. Do you remember? It was like Doom Play. Was it Playroom? No, not Playroom.
Maybe I don't really. I can't quite remember, to be
I
honest
don't
with
remember either, but it's nothing new. But it reminded me like the custom games in Halo.
you. Yeah.
Like you're gonna bring the like it almost seemed like the customability of the Halo custom games, but in Doom, and I was like, that's a really good choice to do because not only are you going to play a normal game, but then like, can I play like hide and go seek in Doom 4? Like,
Peekaboo, I see you. There goes your brains.
yeah, like, oh my gosh, when they used the chainsaw and were cutting demons in half, oh, that was so cool. But yeah, Doom was great looking, and just so many good things.
And there's also something else I had on the tip of my
Star
tongue.
Wars Battlefront.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They showed gameplay, and it looks fantastic. I was worried because we haven't seen anything at all about it except for a CGI trailer. But this gameplay looked great. The first person I was a little worried about, but no, the first person it works. And you can switch to third person, still looks good. But this game, dude, Star Wars Battlefront, like, I'm excited. Yeah, it kind of sucks that there's no campaign, single-player campaign to it. It's going to be basically multiplayer only, basically.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing because I would have liked, like, the Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 on PS2 and Xbox. What was so cool about them is they had a campaign, and I liked playing the campaign because it kind of gave a little bit of story behind some of the, like, the clone troopers and all that.
Yeah.
Especially in Star Wars Battlefront 2, because I can remember. It talked a little bit about the 501st Legion of the, of the Republic.
Yeah.
The Republic Army. And I found that really cool because it, like, gave me a little bit more insight in lore to, like, the movies.
Yes.
So it's a little disappointing that it's not going to have single player, but gameplay looked fantastic. I cannot wait to pick that up either in November. That's going to, dude, literally November, we're not going to know what real life is.
Duh.
We may have shit buckets. I mean, I don't want a shit bucket, but we may have shit buckets.
It's, nah. I'll be able to pull myself.
I told my mom, you do know in November that the only time you'll see me is when I come out of my room and go to the bathroom and get food. That's the only time you will see me. Other than that, see ya.
It's like Austin. You want to go Fallout? Well, how about Battlefront?
Well, do you want to go bowling? Battlefront.
It's like, do
Well,
you want
hey, you want to go see a movie? Fallout.
It's like it's.
Do you like
it's
tacos? Fallout.
Are you alive? Tacos. Wait, what?
Fallout.
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 Taco Fallouts.
Fallout.
It was like you're talking about not having a life in November. I'm just gonna say this. This time next week, like I'm gonna be in my room and it's gonna be all dark and stuff, and I'm just gonna be dark nighting it up. Dark
and stuff, because only dark and cool people do that, right? Dark and stuff.
Oh yeah, dark and stuff, because
That should be. I don't like hashtags, but that should be a new hashtag on Twitter. Dark and stuff.
because Batman.
So, like, when you're doing a shady deal to buy drugs in a shady neighborhood, dark and stuff.
Dark and stuff. And then Batman will come punch my face because he's like, "You don't do that. Swear to me."
Dark and stuff.
Where are the other drugs going? I know, Governor. Where are the other drugs going?
Where are the other drugs going, fuckface?
Malkovich? Yeah, scary. I'm bigger. I'm better. I'm stronger. I'm Batman.
Where are the other drugs?
Oh God, let's not get started
That
on that.
video. We should just also link that video, to this podcast.
That's right, because I'm sure anyone who's listened to it hasn't seen it before.
Bad man.
Batman.
But yeah, the Batman Arkham Knight game looks great.
I'm really excited. I know you don't really care for those games just because you can't get into the games, but it's like my baby.
Yeah, I know. You're like, it's flipping Batman and I get to be the Bat.
Exactly.
And I love that slogan too, be the Batman. Like,
He's Batman.
fuck yeah. I'm Batman.
It's funny, like I looked at the reviews for the Batman games on IGN, and it said for Asylum, it says uh that one of the pros is um you can be Batman. It's like, okay, that's cool. And then when City came out, it goes, you are Batman. And then for 3, it's pretty much be Batman.
But yeah, they showed a little bit more about that at E3 because, everyone's like, what's going on with the story?
Oh, I know what the story is, pretty much like the basis, but I don't know any of the twists and turns that it's going to take, which I know it will.
hmm But that game, I have a feeling it's going to sell a lot of copies next week.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so
I'm
excited.
curious to know how many people are going to buy the special edition console. Because
Right,
in my
yeah.
opinion, okay, I don't really care for the Batman symbol on the console, but I really like the gunmetal gray color they used on it. It's a
Yeah.
very pretty looking console in my opinion, and I really
It,
want that color on my console in my
yeah,
controller.
it is it
I
is a
like
pretty
gray a
con.
lot. I wear gray a lot. I like
You like
gray.
you like 50 Shades of Grey?
No, fuck that movie.
You said it was your ultimate movie,
No, I said my favorite color is gray.
but that's the guy's name. His name is Gray.
Oh no, God. Don't ruin gray for me. Just don't
What?
ruin it. Don't,
I didn't
no,
ruin it.
you're
You,
ruining
you
it.
said you like it. You said you liked it.
You're ruining it. My
Oh
life.
God.
My life.
My leg.
My leg.
Oh
My
God.
leg.
We're really getting off topic here.
No, we're not. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're not just talking, if you recall correctly.
Yeah, this is real shit right now. This is real deep shit. It's
Yes.
important shit. Because I'm going to
Fair.
say shit, because we really need to stop saying that word so much, but we're using it anyway.
Yes. But awkward silence. But no, I mean, I think overall, what would you give overall all of E3? What would you give it?
I thought E3 this year was really good. I thought it was good. That yes, there were disappointments, but overall good.
I give
I thoroughly enjoyed it this year.
I'd give it overall a B, straight up B, straight up B.
Yeah. Now, if Sony had did what Xbox did, then I would have given it like an A plus plus. But yeah, I'm going with a B.
Yeah.
With you, I agree with you. I concur.
I mean, if even if they, I feel like even if they had just given some dates for some of those games, like even like a time year, like it would just made it a little bit better.
I know, give me a month at least, not a year.
Right.
So, but
But
everyone's scared about giving those release dates because they're afraid about delaying them and all of that.
yep, they keep delaying games, which I think they're getting better at. But I mean, I'd rather them delay it a little bit and get the game right.
I know this November will only be 2 years into this generation, so we're still early. We're still
Yes,
early in this generation.
we're okay.
I just hope next year, 2016, it's none of this bullshit anymore.
There'll always be some of it, but I mean, I think it is getting a lot better. And like I told you the other day, I think gaming is getting a lot better. I feel like the games have been getting better, like the overall consistency of the games. I mean, of course, there's always gonna
I'm
be hype. There's always gonna be hype trains like Titanfall or Destiny or something like that. And then there's gonna be the games that really surprise you. And
I'm excited about the new IPs though. The new games that are actual new games, they're not sequels.
yes,
Happy to see that.
yeah, I
Especially
do.
after seeing sequel after sequel. Don't get me wrong, yes, I get excited about my sequels, like Fallout 4, of course.
Yeah,
But I'm still happy to see, a new game, a new IP,
Yeah,
just am.
I feel like sequels wouldn't be hated so much if there wasn't so many yearly franchises.
Yeah. I think after this year, I think they just need to put Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed on the back burner and wait 2 or 3 years to release another one because I really think they just need to take a break.
Yes. Assassin's Creed, I always felt like it shouldn't have been a yearly franchise to begin with. When they started
It
doing it
shouldn't
every year,
have. When they announced that, I was like, what?
I was like, Are you kidding me right now? Like I liked Assassin's Creed before it was cool to like Assassin's Creed because I liked the first one a lot, and then two came out like 2 years later, which I mean back then felt like forever. And then they came out with Brotherhood, and I was like, okay, it's it's a year later or whatever. And then Revelations, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? And then it was three, and I was like, okay. And then it was Black Flag, and I was like, what the heck's going on? And then we get Unity, and it's like. And now they're coming out with Syndicate, and it's like, really, guys, you guys are just like, you've run out of ideas.
I know. Well, the story now is it's so convoluted and so like watered down now.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if like you said, if it didn't become a yearly franchise, the story could have actually meant something, but now I feel like the story means nothing.
yeah, Brotherhood.
Especially since wasn't it 3 that ended Desmond's story?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you make more Assassin's Creed games without like I'm confused. You know what I mean? Wasn't the end of world in 3 or something?
Similar. Yeah, it depended. There was like a choice you could make whether you could end the world or just like put it on repeat. I mean, there's other assassins with ancestors and stuff like that,
So you're
but
basically telling me that Assassin's Creed they're going with the repeat scenario.
I think so. It seems that way. I don't really know though because I played Black Flag. Some of it takes I think Black Flag, if I remember correctly, takes place like right after Desmond gets killed, and it's like they had the other memories um that someone else could access and stuff like that. But I didn't play Unity, and I don't know if I'll play Syndicate or not. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much how it worked out.
Yeah. So that's all I got for this E3 coverage. What about you?
I mean, yeah, same here. I mean, we pretty much hit everything on the head a lot quicker than I thought we would, to be
Only
honest.
thing we missed, which we may get yelled at for, is DSX or Deus Ex, whatever.
Deus Ex Machina. I didn't see anything. I haven't seen anything
The
for
new
that
one,
yet.
Divided, comes out I think next year.
Right. I haven't actually seen anything on it yet. Like I just haven't gotten to it. Um, I could probably give you like once I see something for it, I could probably give a better take on it. But since I haven't seen anything from it, I'm not gonna attempt to do that because that
Yeah,
wouldn't be fair.
yeah, same here. Like, I don't know.
It's like I
But
don't know, guys.
yeah, if you you know, enjoyed this podcast. Sorry, once again, sorry it was so long and we went off topic at the end there. Sorry if you got bored. I apologize. But this is the end, I promise. We're just gonna say where you can find us. If you like this podcast or hated it and just want to yell at us, you can find us on Twitter at GamerBullshit with the I missing with an underscore. Um, you can find us on Shout Engine as Gamer Bullshit, and you can even find us on iTunes. We are on iTunes now. So if you want to, download these podcasts for free and listen to them on the go right ahead. And Jacob, you started up our YouTube channel, which is just they're not videos, but they're just our audio. Which episodes do you have up so far?
Right now I have one and two. Right now I'm working on converting episode three. Right now it's being really slow for some reason. Right now it might be because I'm on Skype. I don't really know. Once that one gets done, I will upload it and we'll put a link for it on Twitter. And then I will be working on this episode as well. And hopefully they'll be up. They'll both be up by tonight.
Yeah, and if you are curious about those on YouTube, I will. The Gamer Bullshit Twitter will tweet the links to those episodes.
And we'll probably actually have like a straight up link for it on Twitter as well soon too, I'd say.
Yes, yes, we should put that link up there. So once we get done with that, yeah, you guys can find us on all of those websites. So this is Austin,
And this is Jacob.
we are glad you came